Ooh. Dang, dude. Ooh. Okay, so here's the big thing. For starters, we got the big picture body. Like, what does the body do in the golf swing? This is what I always teach my young players. Number one, what does the body do? Number two, then what do your hands and arms do relative to your body? Then number, three, the club. Oh, let's attach the club and have that working in the right direction too. But real quick, okay, we have the post, the brace, the spine angle. We turn around the spine angle into the brace, push off the brace around the post. We then have, okay, what do these arms do relative to the body now? Well, I like them starting definitely more elbows together and not being widened out. That just would kill us right off the start, right? So we're here. Now, the nice thing about keeping those elbows together is it keeps the hands in front of the center of the body. So, I have a player coming out after you today from SMU, and, he was struggling a little bit this year. Just instantaneous change for the better. Just yesterday, before he came out, Mike and I were talking about a plan for him. I'm like, listen, we need to just do what we do with everybody. Big body turn, short connected arm swing. Remember all the 3/4 swings we used to make back in the day? I mean, that's what really, when we started getting a lot better setup, just keeping the arm short. Even if the elbow flies, if the arms are a little shorter, it flies less, right?
Sure.
So elbows together, but here's the big thing. Here's the one that's complicated somewhat for the player mentally to grasp at first, but then I'm going to try to clean it up for you and make it easy. If I was able to just immediately get into the giving blood position and I just turned, it's like shaking hands, and I just turned, look at the plane, perfect. Look at right in front of my body center. That would be easy, but then you grip the club and everything kind of twists a little bit. So what we do is we grip the club right, don't compromise the grip, just a little bit of the pulled in elbow, exactly. Not to where it's like tense, but where it's soft and relaxed to where this elbow can truly be a pivot point for everything to turn around. Just boom. But this right arm needs to be slowly rotating clockwise slightly at the same pace the body's turning. Watch it at the wrong pace. Whoop. No. Just.
Am I dumping it back here?
That's where I want it to be. A little bit more in front of you, slowly working up the plane, because I also know that from here, buddy, here's what's perfect right there. Now here's the big one. Ready?
Yep.
Turn to the top. That feeling I always bugged you about, right? Because look where you are then at the next part. You're already right in here and moving right around. And there's that. When you're in here, let me tell you, it's game over. I mean, you got it, It's just, boom.
Yeah, I have a tendency to either, if I started out here, I would end up way in here. Straight up.
That's why I'm real careful with teaching that one, right? It's like, for sure, it's like you're shaking hands right here. Like, hey, you wouldn't be like, nice to meet you. It's rude. Nice to meet you. You'd be like, hey, nice to meet you. But that right there, this needs to happen all in one piece together. And I see it oftentimes, the butt of the club immediately points at the target, and then it just gets behind the golfer early, and then he starts moving around.
Does it make this whole thing more vertical?
Yeah.
Like this is much, you want me more here.
More there. Then that, exactly. And I didn't want to bug you too much about it, because
that's fine. It probably isn't as vertical as it feels.
As it feels. No, exactly. Yeah. And then what happened to you is you used to get it there, back there, and there's nowhere to go. So what would it do? It just tip over, right? Just
there was like that.
But I would tell you, if you take the big part of this today away from the number one thing that's going to get you hitting the ball better, in my opinion, if I just told you, like, dude, you go tomorrow, what can get you shooting par, maybe some stiff and some under par rounds, would just be post brace, that turn right there, knee on the inside, chest right over the knee. If you had that with a little patience at the top of the swing, then you'd have your arms working with your body, and you'd be able just to rotate as opposed to slide. And that to me, that anybody who slides, you're taking the top of your pendulum, and you're always going to change where the bottom is. And if the top's moving, you're never going to have a consistent bottom. So, being here is absolutely key to consistency.
Yeah. But movement is either super thin, which is more common than or I'll just bury one. With the shorter clubs, just plop it right on the ground because I'm moving on top of it like that.
Yep.
All right. Not sure this is in the right spot, so.
You know why I like that drill, though? It's like seaming the carpet at home. You find like a little, grout in the tile or it's wood floor, and you're just Yeah, just
still feels a little off. Post brace.
Dude, that was pretty close right there. Let me tell you,
left a little hanging
that was
out.
pretty darn close.
Little right, but clean.
So, Nicholas used to do, you know, was it Nicholas? I always say Nicholas. I think it was Jim Flick, actually. Nicholas's old, coach in his later years. Always had people hit golf balls like this, right, with like door stops almost underneath the outside of the feet, and that was something right there that just kept the pressure points on more of the correct spot. The inside outside versus getting to the inside.
What are you thinking from where I'm getting stuck? Is the move right from here to there? Right?
Well, and here's the thing.
Just putting weight back on the post or keeping it right there?
That's the problem, is working at that would have been so irrelevant with how much weight was back here already. And being in this position, there's nowhere to go from there. If you watch, I'm putting pressure on the inside of my foot already in my setup. So when I'm turning, I'm putting more pressure into the inside of my foot to where pressure already exists. So when I'm posting my hips up in that position, I'm turning and I'm applying that pressure. Now here's the great thing. From there, I don't have to worry about a squatting or sitting down motion if I push from the inside of my foot to open my hips, because that's what keeps my butt back and my chest down. So really, anything from over here is going to be a wasted move, because you're going to have to do so much movement left in order to get back to a point.
I'll feel like I'm coming down, but I'm really going.
Yeah, you're sliding over, right? So I would go about it a complete different way, Brian. I would say, okay, hey, let's get the bump, let's get that right hip, turn deeper and back, and let's make sure from here we push to open those hips more, as opposed to moving forward on the toes. That would be something that would keep you in your spine angle. But the first move down should be, okay, here's what I'll say. The first move for you, if you're right here and you're practicing, I would just feel like you're pushing from the inside of your foot to open up and have your hands speed up. Just have it all be hips and hands like this. Like try to feel like there's just a little more giddy up to both. Because I've seen you do it right with the lower body, I've seen you do it right, but you'll leave your hands behind you, and you'll sit there and you'll push open, and these stick behind you and you veer off to the right. Get the hips and hands going.
I don't want to miss both ways anymore.
No. Which is really...
mostly it's left, but if I leave them back, I'm getting that little, like you just saw, it wasn't far, I was still on the green, but barely.
The reason why I hesitated before I said anything about what it is that you needed to do on the first move down is what actually, in my opinion, we're working at what needs to get better, but ideally, all you would feel, the back of your left arm, left side of the body, all the way to your pocket. My left arm pulls as my left pocket goes back. That's the chain right there that just boom and drives the swing. The only reason I'm mentioning your foot right now is because I know you hate early extending. That was happening as a result of a lateral movement and a poor setup, though. Back here, over here, the standing up is just you waiting for the club to catch up. But now we're already loaded and we're more connected. No reason to stand up. What happens? Yeah, we have to get a little more push from in here. But, I always feel like the lead side of the body, just for me, just backhands the heck out of the golf ball. That's the easy feel to play golf with, but I would like to see you work that trail foot.
Seems like the early extension is just a effect of being here.
Always an effect. Early extension's not really, it's not really ever the flaw.
All right, let's see what we got. Post. Right there, keep chest straight.
There's a lot of stuff out there in the golf world that, I'll be honest with you, that I hear and I just cringe. I just go, gosh, it's just so sad that that's being taught. The one thing that I hate hearing, though, is, oh, we're only going to work on that downswing today. We're not going to work on that. Don't worry about that backswing. I just go, that downswing looks like it does because of that setup and that backswing, right?
Simple thought.
Got the post and the brace. Right. We got the club setting a little more, down to the toes rather than at the ball. Does that make sense what I just said there?
Yep.
Kind of like it's going like boom, 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 boom. The elbows stay pinched together as you make that nice big turn. And there you are, buddy. You're just pushing from the inside of that foot and getting the arms in front of you. Boom. You know, it's fun, man. It's such a nice golf shot right there. But see, you know, we'll look at that on film and it would look to you like, it would look still like there's a hair bit of roll to it, you know. Gosh, but
people, roll open.
People don't know Newmark like I know Newmark, though. That swing right there was Adam Scott-esque right there for Brian Newmark, let me tell you.
I was a master of the over-the-top save.
Man, you had so much stuff going on, dude, but you worked it out.
I could take the club from here and get it back.
He had a lot going on. But you know what I like, though? Less moving parts today already. The one big thing, though, that I will bug you about forever is those hips, dude. I just can't stand seeing golfers get this knee on top of that foot like that. And I'm just like, where are you going to go besides right there? But if I'm here, I can now work it right back around. So just look at my belt line. Belt buckle goes right around the belt. Belt buckle goes right around the belt line again. And that's just kind of working on it.
It's a fairly simple thing for me to think about as well. As a heady, like I've been taking lessons for a long time, right?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
As a heady golfer, I can't think of 25 things. I've tried, it doesn't work. Like,
No.
But that's fairly, if I'm just focused on keeping here, that might be all I think about the next time I play golf.
Right.
We'll worry about that other piece.
Hey, you getting the full lesson today? Yeah. And, you know, putting the show on today. But I will tell you, when you go play golf, you know, we work through things, we talk through things, but the reality is all I want you doing when you play, post and brace. Honestly, if it was me, I would just have you for 1 week thinking right knee on the inside, chest over the right knee. If you get that look right there, I mean, it's just, that's the whole structure of the body right there, Brian. That's going to be game changing. So I just think that would be number one. The drill that I had you doing first, that little
pause,
stopping right here. And then see, I'm already stopping in a position where my elbow's already in front of the right side of my body. And it just becomes boom, right?
Just also keeps, I have a tendency to turn to a point and then I lift.
Absolutely.
Instead of like either turning more like where you had me, which is kind of here, or not turning.
Exactly.
And then it just comes right up, which is no good.
So I think, you know, stop-go drills are going to be great. And just, you know, I always used to do the little pump drill I get here, and I just kind of would pump it back in front, and just hit a shot from there. Just feeling that active transition where things are getting back in front of you. Yep. There you go, buddy. But it's much better. Let's just do a good job on these right here of making sure the hips are good. Let's hit some shots like we did them on the course. Working through a couple.
All right, one more.
Feels there. There's the post and the brace. Much better for Brian there, yep.
Little up and out.
Okay, I hit it dead straight.
That's a pretty good result, though.
Yeah.
Stay down. Turn.
Little things like if you have over at Shadow Ridge, maybe like the left side. I don't know. I'm trying to picture the range, the uphill range. Maybe the left side of the range or something, or off the right side. Typically, you'll see it was great for the lefty we had earlier. A little slope to the range. Mm-hmm. If you ever can hit balls with the ball below your feet, it's a fantastic way to keep your chest down. That was something that I used to do with players a lot over at Carlton. Remember, we had the left side of that tee box, and we'd go over to the side of it, have people with the ball below their feet, and just hitting shots after shot after shot like that. It was really helpful.
They just redid the range out there like this, that all grass. It's grass.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. So I don't even think it's open. Well, I don't know, maybe it's open. Can't hit off grass where you couldn't as of 2 weeks ago. Yeah, they put a lot into that. All right, post. Comfortable.
Ooh. Dang, dude.
I actually didn't see it. Felt good.
Right at the white flag.
Sweet.
Super pure.
How far is that white flag, out of curiosity?
It says, I think it's like 160,
all right.
162.
Don't go over there.
Here you go, buddy. I'm gonna put this underneath the outside of your foot. Put your...
The original hammer. You have the original hammer.
The original one, bud. It's one from Dad's. That's one from Dad's woodshed right there.
That's Grandpa's hammer right there.
That is actually Grandpa's hammer, I'm sure.
So keep it on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Full swing or pause?
Oh, full swing.
Post.
Oh, dude. It does that to everybody, by the way.
Oh my God.
It just shoots them right through.
Holy cow.
Uh-huh. Thank you guys so much for watching our video. Any questions or comments you have, please leave them below. Also, click the link below to pick up 3 free videos. We appreciate you guys. Enjoy our channel.